Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Well, I only stated yesterday in the member live stream that it's going to be a volatile week. We've already seen some volatility starting yesterday. I mean, don't forget we've got the elections in the US tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, isn't it? Not from the US, so apologize but if I'm wrong, but I think it's tomorrow. And then we've got the on Thursday we have the CPI data from the US. Both events that probably will lead to short-term volatility. Okay, where are we here with Ethereum? So with Ethereum we are exploring currently the option that we are in an Elliott Wave triangle. Yeah, so overall my primary expectation at the moment is still that we are going to see one more wave to the upside, at least one more, to complete this wave one. Ideally in the range between 1740 and 1800 US dollars, right? Before we then come down in a wave 2 correction. At the moment I would say this is probably going to be sort of in the region between $1,300 and $1,470 where we're going to find support for a wave 2. But I would like to ideally see the price go once more higher. It doesn't need to. Yeah, it doesn't need to. Because as I said on Friday, we have already enough waves that we can count to say that the absolute high has been in, that wave 1 is already complete. So that was also the reason for me to take profits at around 1620 on Friday. Yeah, didn't sell everything, of course not, I wouldn't do that. I'm scaling out the same way that I'm scaling in support zones. I'm scaling out of resistance zones, but I talked about my sort of strategy, how I do this in previous videos as well. Scaling out in resistance, scaling in support zones, and I took profits because there is a chance we go higher. Yeah, it's my primary expectation, but also it's all about trading, is all about risk management. So keeping losses small, yeah, understanding that this could get close to exhaustion, and from taking profits along the way, nobody got poorer so far, right? So it's a good idea, right? But I still have my core positions open as well, that I opened at around 1200, 1250. I even opened one, and that was back in June, I think, around $1,000. So they are all still open, right? I took some partial profits here and there as well, but the main body is still open. So therefore, you know, we can go down lower, and my plan is to just add to my core positions in wave 2, yeah, in this support area, plus maybe adding a little a leverage trade here and there as well, when the trade goes well. But primarily, as I said, I'm still looking at prices to go higher from here as a primary expectation. And at the moment, we are adhering to my assumption that I made in the previous video, that we could be building a triangle here, that we could be forming a triangle. Yeah, so overall, Ethereum, as you know, is one of the most bullish charts at the moment in the crypto space. I've said repeatedly that Ethereum has a much better chance that the bear market low has been in already than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a bit vague, it is quite unclear, it is a messy chart, and therefore it's always worth, at the moment especially, to focus on Ethereum more than on Bitcoin in terms of trading, unless you're doing dollar cost averaging, but that's all up to you anyway. I don't give you financial advice. Therefore also the comment, I need to make that comment. A lot of people still ask me, you know, why? My view is still that Bitcoin hasn't put the low in, or at least it hasn't proven that the low is in, right? It hasn't given us enough indication to think that the bear market low has been in. Of course it's possible, but it purely hasn't given us enough evidence. So often get the question, why are you bullish on Ethereum but bearish on Bitcoin? Well, I acknowledge the fact that, or the situation, or the you know, the possibility that Bitcoin's low could be in. Yeah, I've been saying that since June, that the possibility is now there. Until June I said, no, we are most likely going to come down, and with a very high probability, which happened. From June the first time, I've been telling you that the low could be in for Bitcoin, but the primary expectation is still that we don't, that we still come down once more lower for Bitcoin. And the question is always, that confuses people, why do I think that for Bitcoin but Ethereum not? And you know, the answer is quite long. I did explain it in previous videos, and you know, in the most simple form it is that Bitcoin could very well just put a lower low in place, and Ethereum could put a higher low in place. So let's just assume we push once more higher. Bitcoin might get to 21.7k, Ethereum might get to 1800, Bitcoin then crashes down, might go down to 16.9k or 17k, goes below the June low, and Ethereum will maybe go down to, let's say, $1,200, maybe even $1,000, whatever. But it will make a higher low and still will not crash the bear market low. All right. In addition to that, Bitcoin could very well go up. And therefore, the point here to make is that Ethereum is leading it for me at the moment. Yeah, because Ethereum is the much more reliable chart. So I would much more trust Ethereum at the moment than Bitcoin. So in my trades, I also focus on Ethereum, not so much on Bitcoin. Okay, so if I'm thinking that Ethereum will go higher, yeah, Bitcoin might push a bit higher as well, but I'm not sure. So therefore, Ethereum is much more reliable. It makes much more sense to focus on Ethereum. And so far, these forecasts have been correct 100% because Ethereum has been much stronger than Bitcoin. And I think it is going to be much stronger in the future as well. It's just a much clearer chart. But now let's look at the short term here, this triangle pattern. In the previous video, I said this could be a triangle, A wave down, B wave up. The C wave we examined, we looked at it in the previous video, right? And we said ABC, one more leg down probably, which happened. Found support here, and now the wave D could have started. There is no real evidence for that yet. But one way of understanding that we are pushing higher, yeah, and that wave C is in, is if you draw a corrective price channel here onto the chart where we are saying, all right, we've got a parallel channel, corrective price channel, where we're connecting waves A and C here in this sort of smaller wave C itself, right? A parallel channel. A breakout above that channel would indicate that wave C has complete. It's probably the earliest evidence you can get. And if that breakout happened now, it would be above 1580. Yeah, and then we can also calculate a target for wave D, and that is based on the 0.618 fib extension of wave B. It's usually the key target, so we take the length of the wave B, go to the low of the wave C, and then we look at the key target. Here would be the 61.8 extension, 1651. 1651 would be the ideal target for a wave D. Okay, and then there should be one more wave E down, and then we could break out to the upside, reach sort of the 1725 to or 1740 to $1,800 level. All of this, the condition for all of this is that now the wave C low is holding at 1547, and also the wave A obviously needs to hold at 1500. If we go below 1500 now, it would invalidate this whole triangle idea. And then we have one more chance to rally in wave 5 at 1460. But if we go below 1460, then I have to say the top was in, and we are in this wave 2 already. Okay, and that's hopefully clear. That's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.